Let me paint you a picture. Two men walk into the same room, same height, same build, both good looking, both well dressed, basically identical energy. But within 5 minutes, everyone in that room already decided who has more power. And it wasn't based on the clothes, it wasn't based on who spoke first, and it wasn't even based on what either of them said. It was based on reaction. One of them got challenged and held, and the other one got challenged and moved. That was it. Decision made. Respect assigned. Power disturbed. And the crazy part is, the man that lost the room probably still doesn't even know it happened. And that's what we're talking about today. Not looks, not money, not status symbol. We're talking about the one thing that actually decides if anything even lands. And that is your frame. And what happens to men who never even build their frame. Most men are building from the outside in, and nobody's telling them that that's the wrong direction to be going by. So they start with the body. They hit the gym, they get lean, they put on muscle, and that's real work. I respect it. Then most of the time they move over to wardrobe, they study their style, they invest in the fits, then they start carrying themselves differently. Then comes the car, the watch, maybe the better apartment. Their whole image starts coming together. Don't get me wrong, for a moment, it actually starts to work. People notice, women look longer, and give more space. There's a version of respect that starts showing up that was never there before. So they think that they cracked it. They think this is the formula to just keep building the outside and the power will follow. But then life tests them. It always does. Someone disrespects them in front of people that they care about. And then that's the moment when they snap. A woman that they're interested in pulls back slightly. And then suddenly they're texting her every single hour trying to close the distance. Maybe a business situation doesn't go their way, so they get emotional. So they start making decisions out of anger. And then something that they took months to build, they blow up in 1 second. And then in that moment, all of it evaporates. The body didn't save them. The clothes didn't save them. The image that they spent months constructing crumbled the moment real pressure showed up. Because here's what nobody tells you when you're building yourself up from the outside. Image without frame is just a costume. And people, whether they're conscious of it or not, can tell the difference between a man who looks like they're in control and a man who actually is in control. So let's break down what actually is happening when a man reacts. Because most guys think reacting means they care. They think snapping back means they have standards. They think chasing means they're passionate. But it doesn't mean any of that. Every time you react, you're broadcasting everything to everyone. I needed this moment to go differently. That's it. That's the signal. Reaction is need made visible. And the moment that people see need, they see leverage. They see weakness. They see a handle that they can grab whenever they want to move you. I mean, think about how this plays out in real life. The man who snaps when he's disrespected, he just told you the exact words he wants you to use for next time you destabilize him. The man who chases when a woman pulls back, he just confirmed the distance is the tool that she can use to control the dynamic. The man who gets loud when he's losing an argument, he just showed you that he has no other weapon. You become readable, and readable men don't lead. They become managed. The people around you, whether it's a business partner, a woman, a man, a friend, they're all running subconscious tests. Not because they're calculating, just because that's how human and the reactive man answer the questions. Voluntary, without even realizing it. He hands over the manual to his own psychology and then wonders why he feels like he cannot achieve anything or he keeps losing ground. Stop and think a second about the man that you genuinely respect, not the ones that you are impressed by on social media, the ones whose presence you actually feel when you're in a room, the ones who, when they speak, people listen. not because they're loud, but because there's weight behind it. Do those men flinch when someone challenges them? Do they explain themselves when they don't have to? They observe, they decide, they move, or they don't on their own terms in their time. That's not coldness, that's not arrogance, that's control. And control is the far most powerful thing that a man can carry. It's the only form that can't be taken by you in external circumstances. Money can disappear, looks fade, status shifts, but a man who has mastered his own reactions, who can sit in discomfort, pressure, disrespect, and still chooses how he responds. And that man is untouchable in a way that no external amount of success can overcome. Let's go back to those two men, because this is where it gets specific. Let's say objectively, one of them is better looking, better built, but he reacts. He gets baited easily. He takes things way too personally. He needs outcome to come his way to stay composed. He's performing confidence rather than operating on it. Now let's take the other man. He might be slightly more chopped, but when pressure hits, he doesn't move. When someone tries to destabilize him, there's nothing to grab. When the room shifts, he shifts without losing his frame. Who has more power in that room? Everyone already knows the real answer because everyone has already felt this in real life. Looks give you attention and frame keeps it. So this is where Calmframe comes in. And I want to be clear about what this is and what this isn't. This isn't about being cold or pretending that you don't care about anything. It's not about becoming emotionless, robotic, or disconnected. Calmframe is about being so grounded in who you are, in your identity, your direction, your standards, that the external world loses its ability to knock you off your center. It's the internal infrastructure that makes everything on the outside actually mean something. Because here's the thing, most men only have half of it. They've built the looks, the body, but they have not built the discipline. They built the style, but not the stillness. They built the aesthetic, but not the identity behind it. And then they always wonder why something always still feels hollow. Calmframe is the other half. And the man who has both the looks and can't be rattled, that is a completely different category of a person. Not just attractive, not just respected, but the kind of man people talk about when he leaves the room. That's not magic, that's not luck. That's the result of doing internal work, which most men skip. It's harder than lifting weights and less visible of a new outfit. So what does the work actually look like? First, you have to stop rewarding the reactions. Every time you react and then justify. I had a right to be angry. They deserved it. Anyone would have done the same thing. You're reinforcing the pattern, which leads to the reaction feeling justified. And that's the trap most men fall in. The point is, did it serve you? Did it move you forward or give you something away? Start asking that question after every single reaction. Not in the moment, you won't be able to yet. After, in the quiet, ask yourself, what did I just give away? Second thing is, get comfortable with discomfort. Most reactions come in an inability without being able to sit in silence or tension. Silence feels threatening, so you feel it. Distance feels dangerous, so you chase it. So train yourself to sit in those moments. Let them breathe. Man that can hold tension without breaking it controls the outcome every single time. Third thing, separate your identity from the moment. Most reactive men have fused who they are from what's going on around them. If the situation gets badly, they go badly. If someone disrespects them, their whole self feels like it's threatened. So build an identity that is independent, so anything around you can't control you, or any outcome can't control you. You just sit in the silence and hold your frame.